I saw on his Facebook page, he had a lot of his military stuff there, and one of the pictures he has anybody checked out his Facebook page, Josh? Have you seen it yet?
I have some, yes.
Do you see how he's got Vikings
Yeah.
stories and all of this? So everything is about structure, control, power, and disassociation. So everything that this gal is so far saying, uh, it's pretty interesting because he has himself climbing underneath the barbed wire and then coming up in the mud. Have you seen that picture?
I did. I did
Okay.
see that. Yeah.
And then did you see him in his full regalia with his, looks like he was a submariner?
I did see it, but I didn't check out rank. I didn't notice that. But what I did notice is a lot of the inspirational motivation stuff that he puts on is basically, you know, who cares what other people think of you as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, and things like that. So I mean, I saw a lot of that. And you're right, yeah, a lot of structure, control, and a lot of that can be military life, but typically, I mean, I don't know. I mean, but I totally get what you're saying.
Well, military, right, is, that structure and control is one thing, but then if um, it disassociates yourself from your family environment,
Yeah.
then that goes into a different category, right? So, uh, because what happens when these folks sometimes come out of the military, and I'll just share with you, obviously, from in the San Diego area, we had Camp Pendleton, we had 50,000 Marines, and we had a lot of 20,000 sailors down in at 32nd Street, et cetera. And but 99.9% of them are amazing people. They're not beating their wives at home. They're not doing things that putting their kids' beds out on the front lawn, that kind of stuff, right? I mean, that stuff's not happening. So I'm curious if he lost his status internally to um, his personality in relationship to when he got out of the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's one. There's a good veteran right there. Nothing
Well,
like
I tell you that I mean, my grandfather was in the military for 27 years, and he raised me the first 23 years of my life.
Yep.
It was nothing like that, man. I mean, he was a very compartmentalized, very sharp, he was a gentleman, you know.
Well, and I think where I'm going here, the last point here, and I'll you can I'll
Don't
keep my
worry.
mouth shut.
No, don't worry
Is,
about
is he's lost his identity? Okay, and when they lose identity, okay, frustration and a lot of this anger continues to build because they start looking to, where do I fit in now? Because I used to fit in with structure and all the, rank and all this other stuff, and I had boundaries. Okay? But when you take those boundaries away, now his personality has gone off into a different place, and his expectations go way up here for
that. Yeah.
those around him. And so you can never really hit those expectations in family environments. And my fear is Sebastian
Thank you.
potentially could be a byproduct of not hitting those expectations. Because if he has a propensity based on what we're hearing, and we don't know if it's true, so it's,
All
but,
alleged. Yeah.
right. I mean, from the bio dad, right? We're hearing things about how he treated Sebastian, and then we hear things about, you know, Chris himself saying, "Yeah, I hit him with a belt," and the mother going, "Well, kind of." She was in the exact same position Katie is in right now.